Hi, my name is Paweł Spychalski. The Christmas is coming, so let's do a special video about what happened since Wednesday evening in the Great Britain on the Gatwick Airport. If you have not heard, this is something that the whole drone FPV community is living right now. In the Wednesday evening, around the Gatwick Airport, the second largest airport in Great Britain, drones, multiple drones, were sighted while flying over the fence. This is why the management of the airport decided to close the airport. Yeah, come on, makes sense after all. And then reopen in the middle of the night and then close again because the drones were sighted again. As a result, more than 100,000 persons were affected by the problem. Above 700 flights were cancelled or delayed or redirected to different airports and things like that. And with all due respect, this is Comedy Central over here. First of all, if this was a deliberate act of hobbyist that decided to do something like amazing or stupid or however we're gonna call it, then dude, you're an idiot. That's all I can say. You're an idiot. You should be sentenced to the jail and stay there for a very, 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 very long time and pay the airport for losses and stuff like that, because what you did was just it's more than a stupidity. Now, but what would happen if this was a deliberate act to actually hurt someone? What if this was not someone that was trying to make a shot or just for jokes disturb the work of the airfield, but to hurt someone, to deliberately hit an airplane, not in the air, because that's rather not that simple as one might expect, but rather hit an airplane on the airfield, being fueled, boarding, off-boarding passengers with something heavier, wearing an improvised explosive device or something like that. What would happen then? If what we saw at Gatwick performed by the security of the airfield was the top-notch, then sorry, with all due respect, I am not impressed, because this unfortunately states that the officials, or at least people that should be considering those kind of incidents, are not doing the job at all, because sooner or later some kind of an idiot will decide to deliberately hurt someone with a drone, an RC airplane. This is what it was happening in Syria, if I recall correctly. They were just launching airplanes with grenades inside at the other. This might happen because you never know how stupid people are. In this case, at least from the official statements, no one was hurt. There were no weapons on board of those drones. They had to be pretty big drones, by the way, and yet no one was able to locate the drone, locate the operator, shoot down the drone. Okay, shooting down, I understand it. I understand it because, yeah, the bullet will go somewhere, might hurt someone. Okay, the drone was just flying, not threatening anyone. Okay, I understand that. But how hard is actually to neutralize problem like a drone somewhere on the perimeter of the airfield? What's your goal? Imagine you're a guy responsible for security of the airfield, and what's your goal? Your goal is not to allow this thing to hurt anyone. So the best case scenario is just it's not appearing again, so it's unable to fly, it's not flying. The operator has been like scared away or cold or whatever. Officials are saying, every time we were getting close to the operator, the drone was disappearing. Okay, with all due respect, I don't see a connection, because the operator can be slightly like further away from the drone. So you do not do it like this. From the top of my head, an idea how to get the operator or to neutralize the drone. You put 2 helicopters into the air with like the distance of a few hundred meters, maybe even slightly further away from the drone, and you wait. The drone appears, it's flying left and right, or not even in helicopters. You just put there someone with the binoculars, a lot of people with binoculars, and helicopter there, and you wait and you watch. Someone spotted the drone. You look at the drone. That's all. That's all what you really have to do. You look at the drone and you follow this drone on the safe distance, not to put any extra pressure on the operator. Because the drones have a very limited time of flight. So sooner or later, this thing will have to be recalled and refueled by replacing the batteries, or the guy or the guys or whoever will notice that they are followed and they will abandon a drone. In both cases, you win, because if you catch the guy and he's not flying anymore. If he lands the thing or abandons the thing, and this thing is somewhere where it can be found, because you're having spotters. This is what we are supposed to be doing as a hobbyist, having spotters. So use the bloody spotters and spot the thing. I know everything is very simple when someone just tells this, and this and not very much plans actually survives the confrontation with reality. But this is something that the persons that actually are responsible for our safety on the airfields and in the air should be thinking about. They should be thinking about scenarios like that. Because sooner or later some kind of an idiot will decide to abuse the drone, the airplane, abuse the technology to hurt someone. It's not that it's closed. Registration will not solve the problem. The limiting of the usage will not do this problem. Forbidding to fly the thing will not do this problem. Because if some kind of an idiot will decide to use a drone to hurt someone, and he cannot buy the drone in one country, he will go to another country or buy this bloody thing on the black market. He will practice on the FPV simulator and he will know how to fucking fly this thing. So registration will not solve the problem. Limiting usage will not solve the problem. Making another rules that cannot be applied and actually enforced will not solve the problem. The only things that can solve the problem is learning how to fly safely in a simple language so that everybody can understand, and telling the new guys in the hobby that flying over the airfield is no, so that it's publicly known knowledge, understandable knowledge. Because, for example, adopter readers, if you buy a car, you usually know that you probably should not drive on a paved way. Or not? No, you have to have a driver's license. On the other hand, can you buy a car without having a driver's license? I think so. But the person responsible for controlling situations like that should know what to do. They are fucking paid for it. No, really, they are paid for it, for figuring out how to solve those kind of the problems. And what we were seeing in case of the Gatwick was really a comedy central, because apparently they had no idea what to do. Absolutely no idea what to do. And imagine what would happen if someone really wanted to hurt someone. On top of that, I would not be surprised if it was something else. I honestly would not be surprised if after all it turned out it was not a drone controlled by some guy from around who wanted to take pictures, but something completely else was happening. Anyhow, I think that's all for today. Like I said, the Christmas is coming. I was not planning to shoot this video at all, but here we are. As you can see, the area is completely different than you might see usually in my videos. And until the next one, bye bye.